Hey everybody, welcome to 30 Day Booty. I'm Tamara, and today is day 31. I decided to do an extra day since it's a 31-day month. And if you've been doing this in real time with me, it's Halloween, so happy Halloween. And if you've been giving yourself some days off when you need them, good for you. That's exactly how to do it. So today we're gonna take it a little bit gentler, just do some finishing touches and a quick little stretch. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets. That doesn't sound very good, but it is, I promise. Come on, let's grab a space on the mat and we'll get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start off in a side plank. I'm gonna do a knee plank today. If you feel like you really wanna do this on a straight-legged plank, just make sure you're not sagging or letting your posture go to heck. I feel like I'm ready for an easy day after this month of doing all of these booty workouts. So I'm gonna stay here on the knee plank. We're gonna start with just a lift up and down. If you can think about lifting with the heel or think about dropping your toe down a little lower, you'll get that work a little bit more in the back seat, which is where we want it, rather than letting it get up into the hip flexors. I'm gonna do 2 more, and I'm gonna call that 10. After that 10, I'm gonna shake my arm out because there is a fair amount of shoulder stability involved in the process, right? Second set looks a lot like the first set, except we're gonna also add this down up motion with the hips. So I'm keeping my alignment through my core super strong. I'm just adding a little bit of bonus hip abduction from that supporting leg. It makes it quite a bit harder. If that's too much for you, just go back to the other way. I'm gonna do 6 more, which is probably way more than 10. I like to make sure I'm not shorting you. Whew. All right, and now we're gonna do all that to the other side. So take your moment if you need it, set your plank up, and we're gonna start with just lift and lower. So watch this elbow and make sure it's not getting all the way out there ahead of you. Your body's gonna try to do things that feel easier in the moment, and sometimes those things are not your best bet for the long haul. I'm gonna do 3 more. It looks easy. Doesn't actually feel all that easy, does it? Let's come back and do our 4th set. All right, I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna come down and up. I really do love these. They're quite hard. I'm gonna do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ooh, so good. A little shake out. I'm gonna come back to side 1. And the work gets a little easier. So you can stay up here, which is what I'm gonna do so I can see you. If you'd rather come down low and lay down on the ground, totally okay. If you wanna put something under your head to support your neck, also okay. If you are upright, let's make sure we're doing it right. Got those legs way out in front of us, big toes are gonna kiss, and we're gonna open and close. And we did these earlier in the month. I think we had a band on. Right now we're just doing the easy work. Opening, closing clamshells. Working those hip rotators. Make sure that you're not rolling in and out of that. It's usually why I like to keep my hand right there, so that I know I'm stabilizing the hips. So good. I think that was at least 12, I'm gonna call that 10. Now I'm gonna do this little windshield wiper motion, and I'm gonna open my clamshell, and then I'm gonna lift that heel up. So let me turn to give you just a little bit more of a view of what that leg is doing. It's got that internal rotation there, and my shoulder's terrible, but it's got that little bit of internal rotation as you lift, which is a little weird. I like it. clamshell, windshield wiper. A little bit of a mixed message, mixed metaphor. 7, 8. Just another way to sneak in just a little tiny bit more of that glute medius work. Not so bad, right? Let's do the other side. So you got those legs forward, big toes kissing. Posture is beautiful, whichever way you've chosen to do that. Starts off so easy. And of course you're breathing the whole time and hopefully feeling really good about the work that you've put in over the last 31 workouts. I could do these forever. I'm going to do 2 more, and then I'm going to go straight into my clamshell windshield wiper. Toes are together, toes are trying to get apart. 3, 4. Hip rotators, abdominals, little IT band, getting strong. You get to lie down on the floor. That's a win-win. And the last one. All right, so that was 6 sets. I think I told you you got 7. The last one is just a regular plank. You can come to your elbows, or you can come to your hands, or you can come to your knees, or you can come to your straight legs. If you're on long arms, go ahead and soften up your elbows a little bit so that you're not hanging out on joints. And we're just gonna lift the heels straight up and back, alternating legs. It's not complicated. It's just that final hurrah for that glute medius. If you want to do them on your bent elbows, you'll find it's a little easier on the wrists. Probably you'll find it's a little harder on your abs. Either way, you want to keep that really pristine plank. And if you like to do it on your knees, just give that little push back as you go. I'm going to do 8, 7, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to call that 30, 15 each side. And then I'm just going to come around and give it a little hug. So I've got one leg on top of the other, squeezing it in. Already I feel that glute, that hip releasing. If you hate that, try it with an extended bottom leg. You still get all that benefit of stretching that deep glute. Now, we're going to bring our hands back behind us and we're going to pop that up. Chest is lifting high. So we got that foot across, that knee falling open and lifting the chest as if you're going to stick it up over the shin bone there. That feels pretty good. If you want to play around with that rotation, you might find a nice spot where you're getting exactly that right spot for you to get that best stretch. And when you get there, hold it, lift your chest up a little higher and breathe into it. Let's do the other side. That leg will come on top. Gonna give it a hug. You can tuck it in and just give a little squeeze, just releasing some of that tension. You should stretch more than every 31 days. But I'm just gonna give that to you today. Let's bring the hands back behind, pop that up, lift your chest. Here we are again, just trying to draw that knee out, draw that chest up high like you're sunbathing. And if you want to, you can take that little drift side to side. Feels really good. So whether you did all of these in one full succession, whether you doubled some days up, took some days off, if you made it here to 31 glute workouts, well, your glutes are going to be 31 days stronger than they were. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Please let me know what you think about it. I've had a couple of suggestions for what to do next. We will be from late November through December, be doing our 10th annual Streak with Tammy. That's just a walk or run streak of at least 1 mile a day. Follow me if you want to know a little bit more about that and if you want to participate. And we'll be back in January probably with another strength challenge. Thanks a lot, guys. Good job. High five. Boom.